We're talking about giants in the music business, in the world of singing, in the world of entertaining. One name that you have to include is that of our next guest, who is appearing on Monday evening at the Garden State Arts Center in Homedale. I believe I pronounced that right. Sue and I are delighted to welcome Peggy Lee to Live at 5.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Jack.
Every time someone of this stature comes on the program, I feel like a bit of an outsider, because during the commercial break, Sue will say, "Did you ever run across my dad through the years?" Your father being a musician.
Right.
The entertainer always says, "Oh yeah, I knew him well," and the reminiscing that goes on during the commercial is oftentimes better than the interview that happens on the air.
All the awful things he did that I didn't know about, so on and so forth.
All good things.
Yeah,
all good things.
Yeah.
How have you managed over the years to be so consistently successful in picking material that's good for you? I don't know that I've ever heard you do a bad record.
Oh, I thank you for that. Thank you. Well, I have to love the song and believe in it, you know. And somehow it's like picking out a role, or picking out clothes, picking out a dog. I don't know why I said that, but I mean, you know which one is yours. You know, I think that.
Well, you know, I know that the biggest decision you had to make about a tune was, is that all there is? And I must tell you that several times listening to it in the car radio, I had to turn it off, because I'd entered this field of television and was beginning to feel some of the same things and didn't want to be reminded of it, because it was depressing, Peggy.
Well, depressing in some ways, because it's like a riddle song. You have to look at it this way or that. It's a series of experiences, and I had to find out for myself. I had to believe in it before I could record it, that it was that series of experiences that I learned from, rather than it being a down song, because I believe that Jerry Lieber was inspired by Thomas Mann's essay on disillusionment. And I believe there's a lot more.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Will you not be depressed now?
Oh, no, 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 I'm not depressed any longer.
You're over it now.
Jack and I are riding high and sure of our future, aren't we?
Oh yeah, fine. I mean, this is one of the most secure things in the world, doing television. I mean, you know, it's long-term deals, a lot of bread, security, you know, it's nothing to it. Who gave you the watch for your high school graduation that you sold to get enough money to leave home to get into show business?
What a question. You know that I don't remember, but I do remember selling it, because it was my first watch, and I liked it very much, but I wanted to go to California more. That must have been, no, it couldn't have been my stepmother. She wouldn't have given me a watch.
Why? What? I mean, when you get a watch for your high school graduate, that's a big, you know, that's a big deal. I mean, I remember, you know, when we were all kids, that was, there had to be something really strong driving you to do something like that.
There was. But there was a rather humorous little thing that happened. I had received some letters from my girlfriends. I mean, a letter from a girl from California who said California was beautiful, and why didn't I come out there? And just to be sort of a show-off, I said to my friends, I think I might go to California. And then they said, when will you go? And I said, and then I had to make up my mind. They gave me a farewell party, and I had to leave.
They kind of threw down the challenge, right? It was one of those dare things. Now you have no options left. You got to go.
When I read the book, Lady Sings the Blues, one of the things that Billie Holiday talked about was her friendship with you, and how delighted she was at what a wonderful impression that you did of her. At parties, in reading research, you do impressions of numerous people. Do you ever do this in your act, and if not, why not?
I did once, Sue, at Basin Street East.
Yeah.
And it made me so sad. And friends like Ella and Nat Cole, who knew her very well, made them sad too. And Ralph Watkins, who owned Basin Street East. And I used to close my eyes to do it, because I couldn't stand the emotion. It was so strong. So I stopped doing it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Well, we want to thank you. This is a treat for us. Occasionally you get a giant on. Tony Bennett came by to do
Tony, I wanted to mention Tony. We are appearing together, you know, at the Garden State Art Center.
Wow.
Ah,
now
okay.
there's a double bill, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for including Live at 5 in your visit to this area. It's nice to get to meet you. I've been a fan for a good number of years.
Thank you, Jack.
Peggy Lee.
Thank you.
We will continue. Live at 5 goes on in a moment after these messages. Chauncey Howell is with us, and he has a New York City town crier contest. We'll be right back.